Hello metal and rock fans, this one is for the fans of classic rock, but this is new classic rock. So I want to talk about an album by a band called Red Baron Band, and if you're a fan of Led Zeppelin, Cream, Deep Purple, early Aerosmith and these kind of things, then you might want to stick around for this one because there is not a lot of new stuff coming out that we like, so this might be something for you. So as I said, the band is called Red Baron Band and the album is called Last Chance, and it came out in June this year, 2023. I'm gonna play you 3 to 4 song samples from the album and kind of give a short background of the band, a little bit about the album and their previous work as well. So let's just get to it. We start with the album cover. It features a girl doing a selfie in the mouth of a shark. Kind of, in some way, criticism of where we are now as a society. That, you know, you're being eaten by a shark, but you want to capture that moment and share it with the world. And the album is 10 songs, 42 minutes long. It came out on Roulette Media in the UK, but the band is actually from the Czech Republic, where I live here in Prague. Before going further, let's just dive in and get one song sample. It's the first single of the album called Victoria. So what I like about this song is that it's kind of no frills. It's just catchy riff, cool, catchy chorus, and the vocals of the singer really kind of get to shine. It's her, by the way, on the front cover doing the selfie with the shark. That was a setup though, it's not a real thing. The band, Red Baron Band, consists of Marika Poslerova, she's the singer, and Paul Kovacs on guitar and vocals, and Jiri Rupes on the bass guitar, and Radek Hornig on the drums. This is the lineup on that album, particular album. And these guys, you know, especially Paul Kovacs, I know, has played along with a lot of different people. He played with Chris Jagger, that's Mick Jagger's brother. He's played with Billy Cobham, who's a drummer, percussionist that has played with James Brown, Miles Davis, Miles Davis, and the band 10 years after this, Leo Lyons. So, you know, these are kind of people that are very kind of integrated into the music scene here and kind of the classic rock blues scene regionally. The band was founded in the Czech Republic here in 1993 and has made 4 studio albums, the first one in the year 2000 and 1 live album. I think some of their, you know, when I discovered them, I started listening to their back catalog. Some of their previous stuff has been a little bit kind of more experimental and a little bit more proggy somehow. But this album for me is kind of more straightforward, a little bit more stripped down. And because of that, a little bit more kind of consistent throughout the album in style. But we can hear another sample. That's song number 4 of the album, and that's called Have You Ever Been? What I really like about this song is kind of the interplay between well, first of all, that they use the Hammond organ on this song, and then the interplay between the Hammond organ, the guitar and the drums. I think that's really, really cool. And And this song is, as you can hear, is a little bit darker than the first single, Victoria, somehow. And I think actually that song is happier than most of the other songs on the album, to be very honest, Victoria. The other stuff is a little bit darker and a little bit more rocky somehow. Over the years, the band has had different singers, and that has actually made the albums, the previous albums, a little bit more different. So you can actually hear here, as I'll give you a sample of their first album that was titled The First Album, and that's a song called I Wanna Be a Rock and Roll Singer. So listen for this.
I'm gonna give the same direction. Oh, please, baby, don't expect any other action. Let's get high, babe. Come on, do with me the rock and roll. Let's get high, babe. Come on, do with me the rock and roll. Yeah, my brain is damaged and my spirit really full of sorrow.
Yeah, and I will leave it up to you to figure out what this particular song actually reminds you of. Not a bad reminder, though. Over the years, the band has had a lot of other lineup changes, not just the singers, but kind of the only two consistent members have been Paul Kovacs on guitar and Radek Hornig on the drums. And what has been consistent, though, also is kind of that on all the albums you hear their musical influence, definitely, you know, Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, Cream, and all that kind of classic rock that obviously has shaped those guys. And I feel that on this album, though, it makes it a little bit more of a standout somehow. And I think it is because I feel that they stripped down their music a little bit more somehow. The sound is excellent. It's really raw, but still kind of professional in some way, if that makes sense. So there are no massive overdubs. If the guitar is doing a solo, then he's just doing the solo, and there's just the drums and the bass in the background, you know. So it also makes a huge difference, obviously, when you have a female singer in a band like this. It just gives it a very different dimension. And I really feel that Marika's voice is great on this album, kind of throughout the whole thing. And definitely the style of this album is somehow more theirs, their own style, than on the previous albums. You could more hear kind of reminders of something, or something that kind of dragged you into something that you thought of from the past. The last sample of this album that I'm going to play is the second last song of the album. It's called Last Chance. It's the title track of the album. That's actually my favorite song on the album, and the vocals are really, really cool, but I'll let you judge for yourself.
This may be the last chance when you can see my face. This may be the last chance when you can hear my voice. This may be the last thing what I've ever done. This may be the last thing what I leave behind. Last chance, baby. Just call my name.
So overall, this is a very good album that kind of runs through nicely with, you know, groovy riffs, catchy choruses, but there are also like 2-3 ballads there. There is a song called Holy Water and another one called Who Knows, which is, I think, there's the last song of the album. And I would say that this is, like, for me, like 8.5, 9 out of 10 album. It's best enjoyed actually with headphones, because you really, on this album, because this is retro stuff, or retro style, you need to hear the difference between left and right, and you won't hear that on your shitty desktop speakers, or at least not on my shitty desktop speakers. So I'll play the last song, actually, that ballad here, as an outro until when I'm saying goodbye to you. But you can find the band on Spotify. I'll put a link to the first comment in this video. Please subscribe to the channel, hit like and all that stuff. That really makes a huge difference for me. And check out some of my other album reviews. I just did one here on KK's Priest's new album, The Sinner Rides Again. So check out that one. And yeah, see you guys around. Take care. Bye-bye.
She will touch your